Why is criticism good? Well, it's very hard to self-evaluate. A lot of times you do things and you just don't realize you're doing it because you've done it so long it feels like something you're supposed to do. But when somebody points it out, for example, when I fixed my uncle's PT-111, he started watching some of my YouTube videos, and I used to actually aim the muzzle directly at the camera to show my trigger brakes. And when I was watching him watch my video, and he kind of like leaned back and freaked out a little bit, I'm like, oh, maybe I should change that. You know, like, people would comment sometimes, but it never really set in because I didn't believe that there was that much of a reaction because it didn't bother me. So I thought they were just being hyper dramatic. But seeing somebody else react to it let me see that, hey, that should change in my video.
If you guys haven't seen my story, go ahead and watch it so you'll fully understand where I'm going with this.
Now, I had intended on watching your whole entire channel and dissecting it and picking it apart piece by piece and showing you that you're constantly contradicting yourself. But my girl stepped in and it was like, babe, this kid's only 23 years old. If the first girl you had sex with got pregnant and you would have had sex with her just a couple of years earlier, you could be his father. You cannot do this. He is too young, you've been in the game for too long, and you might hurt him emotionally that could affect him for the rest of his life. I was like, well, he made an Instagram video and I'm at least reacting to that. I'll just use that video and whatever he's got on Instagram, and I will do it in a positive way. I won't, like, I guess you'd hypothetically, like, smash his face in. I'll just split his lip a little bit and help him improve his channel. I'll make it a positive video. And so that's where we're at.
And this person may or may not even join this live stream. I have no idea.
Well, hello. I am actually here.
Respect, even though I felt what he did towards me was a little bit disrespectful considering the circumstances. But regardless, I mean him no disrespect.
I get it. Criticism hurts. It's hard to deal with. But you need to take it under a positive note. I wasn't making that video to call you a bad person. I was just making that video to highlight that, hey, you know, maybe you should change the way you approach and deal with customers.
You do you, and everybody else is going to do what they're going to do on social media.
Which is typically hopping on the internet and bitching about other people.
And again, I don't want to, point fingers or anything like that because I don't play those games. I don't think it's productive here on the channel. I am going to make this post specifically to rip apart this article by the Miami Herald. And like I said in the comment, guys, if I'm being called out, which I wasn't even like I've called out channels before, but I haven't named names. I haven't even shown pictures of the channel. So let's just first start with the article title. But I haven't named names, the NRA, and my points on the NRA.
Yes, without dissecting the rest of your channel, you have named names, you have shown pictures. It's just that you typically do it against giants. And when a giant sees something like that, they're like, no, I'm just going to leave that go because no matter what I do, it's going to come off negative on me. But us, on the other hand, we have channels that are very similar in size, so it would be totally okay to debate each other or criticize.
More supportive than I could have ever imagined, ever, on this channel, and I have to believe that the reason for that is because I've always been upfront with you guys. I also don't want to create a bunch of drama and badmouth other channels or companies. This post specifically to rip apart this article by the Miami Herald.
Look, don't take this the wrong way, but you cannot play the game without playing the game. I see you trying, you really are. You just need a little bit of guidance on how to do it right. Your view to subscriber turnover rate is actually pretty good. People like you. The rate is basically how many views it takes for you to get one subscriber. Instead of attacking these big companies like you are, which give you no traction whatsoever, because you got to get discovered. It doesn't matter how good your video is, how honest it is. If no one sees it, who really cares? Now, what I'm trying to say is constructive criticism is good. Like I said in my comment, And if you were to criticize me, or for whatever reason, people would go to your video and then they'd watch mine to see what they're talking about, to get both sides of the story. If our viewers go from one video to the other, or one channel to the other, our videos will be suggested against each other. What that means is if I upload 3 videos and you upload 3 videos, our channels will grow as if we both uploaded 6 videos. Because as soon as I upload a video, there'll be one of your videos right underneath it. If you upload a video, there'll be one of my videos right underneath it. It is ideal to send viewers to other channels, regardless how you do it. You're not gaming the system, you're not cheating, you're just getting noticed. That's why I always put the clips in there. I don't just talk about what they're doing is wrong, because then they have no idea and they're only getting one side of the story. You put the clip in there and then they're like, oh, well, I'll go check out that channel because maybe you're wrong. And the point is say I got like 5,000 subscribers and you got 5,000 subscribers. You can't look at it like you own those subscribers and they're just yours, because it doesn't work that way. Yes, a couple of my subscribers would go to your channel and leave my channel, not very many, and same with you. Most of them will subscribe to both channels because they want to see gun videos. They've just never heard of your channel before. They've just never heard of my channel before. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get noticed. And you do that by talking about other channels. If possible, leave a link, which some people do, some people don't. And definitely show a clip of their video so they know what you're talking about. And then we both grow together. And then we take that criticism that we're using against each other and we make our channels better. Everyone wins.
I just thought that I deserved a response to that. And I think that if you were trying to do the best you could for the community, you would understand that you have to watch all the videos on someone's channel before you start bashing an old video, that doesn't make much sense. But
yes, you should respond. That was the whole point of my comment. It was basically a hypothetical, take a free shot, because your comment was very respectful, and I kind of felt bad for picking on you. It's just that you reminded me of people I've ran into with bad customer service. It's always the Batman behind the counter that leaves me with a bad taste in my mouth and never coming back to the gun shop, and I just wanted to help you see it so you can approach customers differently.
You can't expect me not to respond politely with my views in the video. I think that is, not asking for a lot there.
But you're responding wrong. You shouldn't do it in a live stream, especially on Instagram, because as far as I know, your live streams disappear in 24 hours. So this case you've made is already gone by the time this video uploads.
And unfortunately, with that being said, I was incorrect. One of those things I was incorrect about was straw purchasing. I was actually under the impression that gifting was considered a straw purchase.
In my video, I never even talked about if you were right or wrong about straw purchase, because I don't know. State laws are different. Yes, gifting is okay in some states, but other states are like, nope, not okay. What I was talking about is how your attitude is towards customers. You said that I have training to detect these straw purchases. You're trying to put something wrong where something doesn't need to be wrong. Like, you could go to my channel. If you're looking for something wrong, you will find something wrong. That's just the way it is. If you're looking at the customers like, okay, I need to make sure that's not a criminal, so I'm looking for him to be a criminal, in your eyes, you will see a criminal. I was attacking just how you deal with them. Like, you shouldn't look at them as potential criminals. You need to look at them as customers. I mean, if it gets really bad to where, okay, that's probably a criminal, then instead of denying the sale, you just do 2 4473s. Believe me, they will believe and they will understand. They'll be like, okay, next time I go into a shop, I know to do things differently. You tell them, no, I'm not selling you this gun because I think it's a straw purchase. They're going to even jump on Yelp and be like, this shop is terrible and I'll never go there again, and they're probably not ever going to like you. The point is, like, it's just how you deal with the customers, not if you were right or wrong about straw purchases.
The fact that you're telling me to post a rebuttal video and mention it so that way we can both get views, I think is doing a disservice to your channel.
You're literally complaining about what I told you to do as you're doing it. The only thing that you failed at is you should have put this on YouTube and you should have used clips on my video. This way they get suggested against each other, because it's not about getting views. It's about growing the Second Amendment community as a whole. The bigger we are, the harder it would be for YouTube to kick us off of here. That's all I'm saying. If we were to work together, yes, the criticism would be involved, but it would make our channels better. Plus, our channels would grow. We would grow together faster than we could apart.
Haven't, said anybody's name in this video, because I just hope you understand that, hey, look, man, I don't want any issues, but I think you may want to rethink your strategy on the channel. And you're posting that as a public comment. So that's the only reason why I reposted it, because I want everybody to understand where I stand with all of the social media stuff. My plan isn't to try to, play YouTube's algorithms to try to get views. That's just not what I'm about. And I think it's wrong of you to make a video in regards to me being a bad gun salesman or whatever else. Not that I really care. Either way.
I get it. You don't like criticism. But you have to understand, the video wasn't necessarily intended to attack you. I just picked you up because out of all the channels I've seen, and there was a lot that I could have picked and used them as an examples, you just reminded me of the guy that's giving me bad customer service. What the video was about was for other gun shops to see it and rethink how they deal with customers. There's a video out there with 13 million views, and what they recommend is if said customer comes in and they should happen to leave a round in there, hold the round above your head, probably ring a bell or blow an air horn and be like, "I've got one! To the jar of shame!" And then completely humiliate the customer in front of, that looked like a pretty busy gun shop, so we're gonna say 10 to 25 people. Like, that is not how you get on people, that is not how you get people on board with the Second Amendment. That's how you chase away customers. That's what the video was about. For gun shops to see it and be like, hey, maybe I should reconsider how I'm dealing with customers. It just so happened to be your channel that I picked on.
Should, I don't know, make another video as an update to my thoughts. And then that video was, or that comment, was met with, hey man, yeah, and rebuttal me so then we can get some views. And that's where I posted, that. Yeah, Angel, you're right, man. Look.
And see, you're trying to manipulate your audience right there. Because my comment did not say, let's do this sleazeball thing to get views. It said, this is copy and pasted from the original comment.
You should do a follow-up video. You should actually do it as a response video to mine. Constructive criticism is always a positive, and it would make both of our channels grow faster than they could do on their own, because you have to go back and watch the original to see what the person is talking about.
So I don't know why you have a big problem with working together, constructive criticism, and growing your channel, but
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Another example where constructive criticism would be really good. Palmetto just released this AK-47, well, it's not an AK-47, but an AK platform in 9mm, which is failing epically. Where they messed up is they were like, okay, there's going to be videos about this gun. Let's make our videos the first ones. This way we get a bunch of money off the views. And then when we release it, people will be like, okay, this is an AK on the shelf. They'll come to our video and see this big positive promotion we did about it.
My name is Colton Sons. I'm senior engineer for Ferris Engineering and Tool. The AKV is our 9mm offering for the AK platform.
And they're likely to buy the firearm. And that's where they failed. What they should have did was, all right, so we got this firearm. We tested it. We're pretty sure it's good. We're going to manufacture, 100, maybe 200 units. They could even do 1,000 if they wanted. Just like how if they were going to sell it to the general public. Then they should have sent those to YouTube creators and said, and required them to put what they said in the beginning of their video before they make a video. You have 6 months to break this firearm. Obviously, don't put it on the vise and sawzall off the barrel or speed it in with a hammer. I'm talking about just normal shooting, you know, torture tests, throw sand on it or whatever, and send it back to us. And before we release this firearm to the general public, we're going to take your thoughts on what should be changed or any problems that you guys had. We're going to fix them, and then when we release it to the general public, it will be approved by you guys, and they would have sold a crap ton. And most of the problems would have been simple to fix. They're having some feeding problems, the casings are falling behind the bolt, the little dust cover moves, all that could have been prevented. But instead they were like, no, we want to do the first video and have the only video out there when this thing hits the shelves. This way people come and watch our video and then are more likely to buy it, because inevitably there will be problems with the firearm. You can't make a fire... anything mechanical will fail at some point. But that's just how I would do it if I had a big organization. I don't know, maybe I'm misled here or I'm thinking ridiculous and it's just not a possibility, but I don't know, I think that would be pretty cool. Instead of doing my own video, which nobody's going to trust anyways because I'm the manufacturer, and it'd be like making a bashing video about your child, I would let everybody else do the videos. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave in the comments below what you think about all this. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, should do a response video on this one.